Okay, a very good morning, dear students. Welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti sir. Children, in the last class we were discussing about your surface area and volume of your solid cylinder and hollow cylinder or pipe. Today, let us discuss another three-dimensional solid known as cone. What is cone? How a cone is generated? How to find the surface area and volume of a cone? Children, you have some idea about cone in junior classes. You know you can give many examples of cone. Funnel, you must have seen a funnel. What is the shape of a funnel if I ask you? The shape of a funnel is conical or it is a cone. Similarly, birthday cap you must have seen in junior classes. We had read birthday cap, it is conical in shape. So, you know the shape cone. It is a three-dimensional solid. You see, here is the picture of a cone. But you do not know how a cone is generated. We have never read till class 8 how a cone is generated. Cone is a solid, no doubt. How is it generated? We do not know. This is the diagram, this is the figure of a cone. Look at it. Today let us discuss first how a cone is generated. Then only we can understand. Children, in junior classes we have read. Just let us go back to class 3, 4 once again. See, you know, this is a cone, this is the curved surface, this is a plane surface. A cone has two faces or two surfaces. One is curved, the other is plane. Okay, it is having both plane and curved surface. This is the vertex of the cone. This circular end is called the edge of cone. These are the things. That means we know that in a cone there are two surfaces or two faces. One is curved, the other is plane. It has one edge and one vertex. Now the point is how this solid is generated. We have never read. See, in order to understand how a cone is generated, let us take a right triangle. Suppose VOA. Look at this right triangle. Okay, this is a right triangle or right angle triangle. This is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is the hypotenuse of the right triangle VOA. Okay, now just children, you imagine. Now suppose you see this is the fixed point. About this line, see, about this perpendicular, about any one line, either the perpendicular or the base or the hypotenuse, about any one line, if you fix this line, if you keep this line BO as fixed, and if you revolve, you see, if this side VA, if the side VA, that means the hypotenuse of the right triangle, VOA is revolved about this line, just imagine what will happen. Imagine what will happen if this side, you see, the side VA of the right triangle VOA is revolved about this line VO. What will happen? When it will revolve, you see, when VA will revolve about this line, you see a circular plane end. Look at the plane end or circular end. It will generate a solid like this. That means what I want to say, when we revolve one of the sides of a right triangle about any line, we are revolving VA about VO. If you revolve this hypotenuse about the perpendicular, okay, that is BO, you will get a solid like this. You will get a solid like this. So what solid is it? What is the name of this solid? It is no doubt a cone. Thus, how is a cone generated? A cone is generated when we revolve one of the sides of a right triangle about another fixed line or side. That means here we are revolving VA about the line BO. Now this BO is called what? It is called the height of the cone. You see, it is called the height or axis, you can say. It is the height of the cone. Okay. Thus we came to know that a cone is generated. If someone will ask you how is a cone generated, what will be your reply? A cone is generated when one of its sides is revolved about another line or another side. Okay. So, if in this case, if we revolve VA about the side VO, we will get a solid like this. And the name of this solid is a cone. What is the name of the cone? VBA. VBA is the name of the cone. Okay. Now, what about this? Now, look at. If this is a cone, now this will be the base. Look at. This plane end, which is a circle. This plane end, which is a circle, it is the what? It is the base of the cone. So plane end or base, this is the base of cone. plane end or base of cone, it is a what? Circle, means it is circular. The plane end or the base of the cone is a circle or circular. Okay. Now if it is circular or circle, then it has a center. Suppose O is the center. So O is the center of base. It is the center of base of cone or base of plane end, whatever you say. Now to the center, this is the vertex. Now to the center of base, if the vertex is joined, you see this line segment BO. BO is called the height. You see, it is called the height of cone. You see, height of cone. It is denoted by H. Height of cone. This is the height of cone. This is the center. Now O is the center of base. OB or BO is the height of the cone. So what is height of the cone? The line segment joining the center of base to the vertex of a cone is known as your height. Okay? Or axis you can say. Now what about this? OA. OA is called what? OA is called the base radius. Base radius. Because the base of a cone is circle or circular in shape. So this will be the radius of base or base radius. So OA is base radius, which is denoted by R. Suppose this is R. Okay. Now this is radius of base. This is height of the cone. Now look at this one. This is another. This is the height. Then what is VA? What does VA and VB represent? You see, VA and VB. What do they represent? They represent what? They represent another height. In a cone, you see, in a cylinder we have only one height. Okay, but in cone there are two heights. This is also one height. And what is called? What it is called? It is called slant height. It is a new thing for you. Slant height. You see, and it is denoted by the symbol L. You see, this is also your slant height. This is also your slant height. That means in this cone, VBA or VAB, which is the slant height? VA. VA is the slant height. VB is what? It is another slant height, and they are of same length. Okay, the two slant heights are same. It is denoted by L. L stands for slant height of cone. This is L and this is L. Okay. Now this is what here? This is H, height. And why it is height? Because it is the line segment joining the center of base to the vertex. Okay. Now you can easily define what is slant height. You can easily define the term slant height of a cone. So in a cone, how many heights are there, children? There are two heights. One is only height and the other is slant height. Okay. So this is the height and these two are slant heights of the cone. So what is slant height? Slant height means, look at slant height. This is the vertex D. Now if we join the vertex to any point, you see this is the circular end or base. This circular end is the base of cone. Now if the vertex is joined to any point, on the base or any point of the base of cone, which is a plane end or circular end, that line segment is known as your slant height. So slant height is a line segment that joins the vertex of the cone to any point on the circular end or base. Okay. So these are some terms. One is slant height, another is height, this is radius of base. Okay. And I told you what is a cone. Cone is what? Again, once again I am saying, children, cone is a solid which is generated only when we revolve one of the sides of a right triangle about another line. That means keeping one line fixed. Suppose you will keep VO fixed, constant or fixed, and you will revolve this line VA. Then you will get a solid like this. Okay. And this solid generated is known as a cone. Okay. Now the point is, can we revolve it about this side OA? I mean about the base of the right triangle? Yes. We can also revolve it about the base. Can we revolve one of the sides about the hypotenuse of the right triangle? Yes, it is also possible. Okay. So in whatever case, you see, keeping any side as fixed, you can revolve the right triangle. I mean another side of the right triangle about that side, you will get a cone. That means if you revolve any one of the sides of a right triangle, keeping another side fixed or constant, you will get a solid known as your cone. Okay. So in a cone we came to know three different terms. One is slant height denoted by L. I said slant height is what? It is the line segment joining the vertex to any point on the base or circular end, okay, or plane end, whatever you say. And what is height? Height is the line segment joining center of base to the vertex, okay. Then radius of base, this, since the base is circular, so whatever is the radius of the circle, that will be the radius of base of cone, okay. Now with this idea in our mind, now we can easily understand what is curved surface area. Let us find the curved surface area, okay. Children, as I told you just now, a cone has both plane surface and curved surface. One curved surface and one plane surface. Area of this plane surface you can easily find. Area of, you see, area of plane surface. Area of plane surface of cone. Area of plane surface of cone means it is your area of base. Area of base. And here the base is a circle, and you know what is the area of circle. It is pi r square. So area of base will be equal to pi r square. Means this is the area of plane surface. Now the point is how to find the area of curved surface, or what is the curved surface area. See, let us find out the curved surface area of a cone. Curved surface area of cone. How to find out the curved surface area of cone? You see, what is the formula? You can easily derive, children. Suppose you are given this cone. What will you do? In order to find the area of this curved surface, this one is the curved surface. You see, in order to find the area of curved surface of a cone, what you will do? First you cut this cone along the slant height. You see, this is the slant height and this is the slant height. These two are same. Now along the slant height, if you cut the cone, you see, if you cut the cone along the two slant heights, and if you keep it on the table, you will get a figure like this. You see, you will get a figure like this. You see, if you cut this cone, try to understand. If you cut this cone along the slant height, cut. I hope you know. Draw the figure of a cone and you cut it along the what? Along the slant heights. If you cut the cone along the slant heights, and if you keep the cut piece on the table, you will get a figure like this. Now look at, this is what? This is an arc. This is an arc. And this is what? This is your radius. You see, this is your length. This is your slant height. This is the slant height. What I said you cut the cone along its slant height. Okay, along the slant heights, if you cut the cone, you see, you will get a figure like this. Now, what is this figure? Yes, actually it will be taught in class 10 when you will go read sector. This figure is called a sector. You see, this figure is called a sector. Sector of circle or sector only. See, now these two are slant heights. Now this is an arc. You see, this is an arc. Now what will be the length of this arc? How to find the length of this arc? The length of this arc will be equal to circumference of the, you see, length of arc, you see, length of this arc will be equal to 2 pi r. Because you know what is the circumference of circle. Circumference of circle is what? 2 pi r. You see, this is the base. When you cut this cone along the slant height, I said you will get a figure like this. And this figure is known as a sector. Now if it is a sector, these two slant heights will be the radius of the sector. These two slant heights will be the radius. I mean, radius of the sector will be equal to the slant height of cone. Radius of sector will be equal to slant height of the cone. And what about this arc? This is an arc. What will be the length of this arc? The length of this arc will be equal to circumference of the base or circle, which is equal to 2 pi r. Now with this much idea, we can easily find what is the curved surface area. So you see, curved surface area of cone will be equal to, you see, this is a sector. It will be equal to area of sector. Yes. Now you will ask me, sir, we have never read area of sector. Yes, of course it is true. Area of sector will be taught in class 10, but I am telling here. You see, area of sector can be found out by the formula half into, you see, length of arc. This is the formula you have to remember. Half into length of arc into radius. You see. So, yes, one more thing I should say, what is a sector? You see, actually, sector is what? Look at this figure. O, A, B. See, these two are radii and this is an arc. See, these two are radii of the circle and this is an arc. Now, between these two radii and this arc, whatever space is enclosed, the region is enclosed, that is called a sector. Sector is a part of the circle. It is the space or the region confined within two radiant arcs. That means OA union OB union AB arc. You see, the union means combination. The union or combination of two radii and one arc is known as your sector. This is sector, you see. So, sector is nothing but a part of the circle which is the union of two radii and one arc. That means, in simple language we can say that the region enclosed between the region, you see the dotted lines, I have given here the dotted lines. These dotted lines represent the region between two radii OA and OB and one arc. This is the arc, you see. This is the arc and these are the two radii. Between two radii and one arc, whatever region is enclosed, that is called that region is known as sector. So it is the union or combination of two radii and one arc, you see. So, as I told you, in order to find the curved surface area of a cone, what you will do? You cut the cone along its slant height. Okay, if you cut the cone along its slant height, you will get a sector. See, this is the sector. And if it is a sector, its area, the area of this sector will be equal to the curved surface area. Because we got this portion from the cone. We got this sector or this portion from the cone only by cutting it along its slant height. So area of this sector will be definitely equal to curved surface area of the cone. And how to get the area of this sector? This is the formula. In this case also, this is the sector. In this case also, this is the arc. Whatever is the arc length, you see. Whatever is the arc length, if you multiply the radius and half into length of arc into radius, it is the formula for area of sector. So that I have written here. You see. So it is half length of arc. What is the length of arc? It is equal to 2 pi r, because length of arc is equal to the circumference of the base, 2 pi r. And what is the radius here? You see, radius of sector is equal to slant height. So in place of r, you can write L. Now you see 2 and 2 cancel. So what did you get? Pi r L. See, look at children. This is a very interesting thing. So this is the formula. Curved surface area of a cone is equal to pi r L. That means pi into r into slant height. Pi you know 22/7. R is radius and L is what? Slant height. So this is the formula to find your curved surface area of a cone. Now the point is, what will be the formula for L? You see. Now the third formula let us discuss. What is slant height? How to find slant height? See. I told you that slant height is the line segment joining the vertex to any point on the on the plane end or the base. This one. So how to get slant height? See children, if you look at this triangle BOA. Clearly it is a right triangle because this angle is 90 degrees. Yes, one more thing I forgot to say. This cone is known as a right circular cone. Like right circular cylinder we read, similarly this cone is called a right circular cone. Why it is called a right circular cone? Because you see, the height or the axis of the cone is perpendicular to the base. So if the height or axis of the cone is perpendicular to the base, that means it makes 90 degrees. Then only it is called a right circular cone. Now if it is a right circular cone, this is a right triangle. So you can easily find what is slant height. Slant height L by using what? Pythagoras theorem. You see, this is perpendicular, this is base and this height. So slant height, you see, slant height of cone L will be equal to r square plus h square using Pythagoras theorem. As it is a right triangle, h square plus r square equal to L square, because you know in a right triangle square of hypotenuse is equal to square of perpendicular plus square of base, which is Pythagoras theorem. So using that you can find what is slant height. Okay. So I hope you understood slant height, curved surface area, everything. Then let us find the total surface area. So what will be the total surface area of a cone? You see, total surface area of cone. Now how to get the total surface area? To get the total surface area of this cone, what we have to do? We have to add the area of base. You see, the base is a circle. Now it has some area. Now if you add the area of the base to the curved surface area of the cone, you will get the total surface area. So total surface area equal to curved surface area plus area of base. And what will be the formula? You see, curved surface area, just I told you now, it is pi r L, and area of base means area of circle. Area of circle is pi r square. Now you take common pi r. If you take pi r common, it will be L plus R. See, so this will be the formula to find the total surface area of a cone. Okay. Now volume. Children, as you know, already discussed earlier in cylinder, what is volume and how to find volume of, you see, volume of cylinder already discussed. Now let us see how to find volume of cone. Okay. To find the volume of cone, what formula we will use? Volume means always area of base into height. Area of base into height is volume. Okay. So in case of cone, the volume of cone is 1/3 the volume of cylinder. That means you see it will be 1/3 pi r square h. You see this is the volume of cylinder, pi r square h. 1/3 the volume of cylinder will be equal to volume of cone. So if you remember the volume of cone, you can easily remember what is the formula for volume of cone. Okay, it is 1/3 the volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder is pi r square h, so volume of cone will be 1/3 pi r square h. So using this formula, you can easily compute the volume of cone. Okay. So children, I hope you understood what is cone, how it is generated, different terms connected with cone, and curved surface area, area of base, total surface area, how to find and how to find volume of cone, etc. Okay. So this is the concept of cone, children. In the next class, we are going to discuss another important solid, that is sphere. Children, I hope whatever I discussed till late, you must have understood. If at all it is true, you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay. So we shall discuss sphere, hemisphere, etc. in the next class. Thank you.